What's going on, people of the internet? Hyperchaotic here with the KRR, and welcome back, or welcome if this is your first time visiting my channel. And really quickly, to those watching on BitChute, Rumble, and Odyssey, sorry that we're still not getting to some Left 4 Dead versus yet, but unfortunately I've been having some extended responsibilities behind the scene that has prevented me from editing that footage. Plus, with the recent news I've heard about this specific situation, I really wanted to get this video out of the way before I eventually get back to the gameplay. Anyways, so a while back, I think particularly, man, it must have been like 3 years ago maybe? I have to double check. When I made a video discussing a specific issue on YouTube, a glitch, or so I thought was a glitch at the time, with YouTube's notification and subscription system. Now, if you want to see the full details of that, I will link that video in the description down below. But a quick rundown of the issues I was essentially having was with notifications. I wouldn't get notified, for those of you on mobile, you wouldn't get it at the top of your screen like you would with any other notifications. I wouldn't get them in-app on-platform notifications. And sometimes I wouldn't even get it in my subscription tab. On top of that, I was also having this issue with certain content creators where YouTube would either unring the bell or set from all notifications to personalized, or in some cases unsubscribe me from that channel altogether. And I really was starting to think that they were doing this on purpose because I just wasn't interacting a lot with some of their previous videos. Or some of them just didn't upload very frequently because this issue was not consistent with every creator that I watched. Especially for creators that I watched that upload very frequently, such as Vanoss Gaming, Dashy Games, Just Kidding News, Philip DeFranco, and many others. But it would especially happen to creators that didn't upload too frequently, or they had a process heavy, editing process, video making process, a lot of editing, a lot of high quality stuff and shit. And of course, small channels. The type of channels that may barely get any interaction whatsoever because they got a small community or they're barely uploading. Typically barely uploading because, again, a lot of editing, or they just have a life outside of YouTube. This is not their main job. Sure as hell isn't mine. Man, I don't even get paid from this shit. I wish I did. I wish I could make some side money on this. This is just a hobby. Well, anyways, it turns out that at least half of this, at least just with the notification system, not much has been admitted with the subscription system, was done on purpose. It was actually all a test for a new feature by YouTube. Now, this news comes to me from a channel by the name of Deep Humor. I've talked about him before in a previous video, and lately he's been a channel I've been watching a lot when it comes to YouTube's issues and many of its other various changes and mistakes, especially their mistakes. Now, I'm going to show you a quick clip explaining all of this within a matter of like 2 minutes, and then we'll discuss. But let it be known, if you do want to see the full video for yourself, hear him talk about it in full detail, I will link his video in the description down below.
Consistent parts of YouTube are the notifications. Let's say you find a YouTuber that you like, Deep Humor, seems like a weird guy, but whatever. You leave a like on the video and you subscribe, and now you have an option to turn on the notifications from all, personalized, or none, and you decide to turn it to all, right? Well, YouTube has now revealed that even if you subscribe to a YouTuber with all notifications on, sometimes they're just not going to send you the notifications on purpose. Yep, you heard that correctly. They have been conducting a test since 2025 where even if you subscribe to someone with all notifications on, sometimes they're just not going to send you the notifications. They released a YouTube help post stating basically, we are continuing to run a small experiment that will impact viewers who are subscribed to a channel and have set the notifications to quote all for the channel. Viewers who haven't recently engaged with a channel despite having being sent recent push notifications will not receive push notifications in the experiment. Notifications will still be available via the notification inbox in the YouTube app, and the content will still be viewable on the subscriptions feed on both desktop and mobile, but channels that upload infrequently will not have their notifications affected. Actively engaging engaged, viewers with push notifications enabled on their device will continue to receive them, no change. So basically, whatever YouTube's definition of recently engaged is, if you aren't interacting with your favorite YouTuber's videos when you were getting sent a push notification, YouTube will consider you essentially like an inactive subscriber, and even if you have all notifications on, YouTube is just going to stop sending you notifications to that channel. So even if you have all notifications on and you never unsubscribe, you're just not going to get their uploads on your phone anymore. And their justification is viewers who turn on all for tons of channels get overwhelmed. And instead of turning off one channel, they shut off YouTube notifications entirely. So YouTube would rather stop sending notifications to inactive users. But that is really stupid. And here's the problem. I'm going to get into my own opinion here in a minute, but this is just from a YouTuber named Waz. So the problem, most creators have a lot of passive subscribers, people who watch every now and then, but not every video. I feel like they'd still want notifications for their favorite YouTubers. Keep in mind, this is just a test, not fully rolled out. However, usually whenever YouTube is testing a really bad feature, they tend to roll it out even when people say that they don't want it. Here is my opinion. I'm going to keep it very simple. I just subscribed to a YouTuber. I turned all notifications on to all. I want to receive all notifications. Do what I fucking tell you, YouTube. I just told you to send me all notifications on the channel. Why would you change it without telling me? Am I crazy here? Or is that not just common sense? I mean, the whole thing of, oh, well, you're not really interacting with them. Well, dude, that's my fault, right? That is my own fault. And if my feed or whatever is full of videos that I don't interact with, that's my problem. Why?
Now, once again, YouTube is only admitting to this for the notification system, and so far hasn't admitted or said anything about touching subscriptions. However, given to what they just admitted here when it comes to the notification system, I wouldn't be surprised if they're playing around with our subscriptions behind the scenes as well. And I just might be one of their unsuspected victims in the process of testing these new quote-unquote features, or what I thought were glitches. Knowing this is a thing that exists, I could only imagine how badly this is going to affect other channels, other small channels around my size. Never mind the guys, okay, at a few 100,000 or 1,000 subscribers. Guys at my size, fucking forget about it, dude. Like, forget about it. Even with the small subscription base that I have, I'm not going to grow anywhere with them because they're not even being notified. They don't see shit from me on YouTube. For those of you on BitChute, Rumble, and Odyssey, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate the hell out of it. But anybody on YouTube, you're probably somebody new who's never seen me before. Congratulations, you're one of the first people to watch this video. All those 200 people that are subscribed to me, nobody watches a motherfucking thing. I don't even know why they're subscribed to me. I think those people subscribe to me by accident on Shorts. It's very easy to subscribe to somebody on accident on Shorts, just trying to scroll away or visit their channel. Now, this is so annoying because as a viewer, what the fuck am I subscribing for? What the fuck am I clicking the bell and clicking all notifications for if you're not gonna do your fucking job, YouTube? That's the whole reason I clicked all notifications. If I wanted it mixed and personalized, I would have clicked the fucking option. It really isn't that hard. I decide whether or not I want to watch video based on title and thumbnail. Sometimes description, but both creators and viewers honestly very rarely ever do that. Now, creators do sometimes still describe the video in the descriptions without spoiling it, but that's becoming rarer and rarer nowadays, only because viewers never fucking utilize the description. And even then, if that's still not enough, I could always just at least sit down through the hook of the video and decide from there whether or not I want to continue it. That's it. And then I move on to the next video. Oh, supposedly you're doing this because we're going to get overwhelmed? Bullshit. I'm going to get overwhelmed if I go into freaking the home feed and all the videos there. I'm going to get overwhelmed by the amount of creators I'm subscribed to. Over like 100, 150 plus. Am I going to watch every video that they post? No, but I never know which one of those videos I'm going to watch unless I know they post it. It is my decision, no matter how much they program this algorithm to try to personalize things to me to the max. I'm sorry, YouTube's never going to know 100% what I truly want to watch or not. So I would prefer the system doesn't make that decision for me. Let me decide. title, thumbnail, description, and when all else fails and I'm still curious, the hook. It's viewer's choice, YouTube, or are you forgetting that? That's the very service you're providing. Just provide the very thing you're supposed to provide. And the subscription thing? Man, you know, once upon a time, I said I wanted something like this. Just not like this, you know, not in the way they're doing it. Something similar, but not in this broken ass way. Once upon a time, I once said that I wish there was a system that unsubscribed dead subscribers. Let me repeat that. Dead. Completely inactive. They don't watch at all. They'll never return. Not people who watch occasionally. People who don't watch at all. And if somehow YouTube could make a system like that works, I think that'd be great. That would actually help out creators because dead subscribers can actually hurt a creator in the algorithm, believe it or not. But this is even worse. Not only does it not tackle the dead subscribers, the actual inactive subscribers, but it's tackling subscribers that are occasionally active, that probably help to boost the video in the algorithm for the channel to be noticed by new people. Some of us may watch occasionally, but for the creator, every little bit helps. I would say this is going to hurt so many creators, but again, I've been dealing with this since 2016. It has been hurting creators since then and still now, especially small creators. I don't mean small creators in the hundreds of thousands, not even just a few thousands, but of course that does include you guys, but even creators like me. Like at this point, forget about it. I got 200 subscribers for fucking nothing. Why are those people even subscribed to me? I have no fucking clue. At this point, they probably don't get notified of a motherfucking thing. Hell, who knows? Maybe half of them, if not all of them, are only subscribed because they subscribed by accident from YouTube Shorts. Either trying to, scroll away or visit my page by accident to see what I have to offer. Believe it or not, it's very easy to subscribe to somebody from YouTube Shorts by accident. I've had this happen to me so many freaking times. Though whether they subscribe purposefully or not, it doesn't matter. Shout out to those watching on BitChute, Rumble, and Odyssey, but for whoever's watching on YouTube, I already know if I get a view, you're a new guy. I never get a single sub to ever fucking return ever. Again, on YouTube. For those who sub on BitChute, Rumble, and Odyssey, thank you. You guys actually fucking support me. It's not a lot, but I take what I can get. And again, they're only admitting to doing this with the notification system. Who knows what else they're doing behind the scenes? They probably are fucking with our subscriptions and they just don't want to admit to it. But it won't even matter. Nobody's going to do anything about it. Nobody's going anywhere. And barely anybody's going to talk about it with the exception of creators like Deep Humor and much smaller creators like me. Occasionally. Because even then, every now and then, when I do come up on small creators talking about the problems on YouTube, I don't even see them talking about this. For the ones who do, they're few and far between out there, and I'm probably never going to get them in my feed because YouTube's trying to suppress them. Hell, they're always trying to suppress Deep Humor. Now, just to be clear, I'm not saying that this whole thing with the notification and subscriptions in of itself is YouTube purposefully suppressing people. If anything, it's literally just a buggy, no good system being a buggy, no good system, because that's what YouTube is good for. However, what I will say is one of the unintentional consequences of this no good buggy system is suppressing creators, suppressing the notifications to their viewers. It's not the purpose, it's the unintended consequence, the unsuspected side effect. And one, YouTube most likely will not care to fix at that. I mean, hell, they decided to implement this system anyways, even though they admitted they're still testing it and it doesn't work very well. Shit like this is why I started uploading to BitChute, Rumble, and Odyssey. Why I'm still looking into other alternatives and why I eventually plan to stop uploading to YouTube. in the future. Probably not the near future, but eventually, sometime in the future. I don't know when, because there's still a series of videos that I want to do that I haven't had the time to do them because I've been trying to finish up Left 4 Dead for What Did I Miss and Difficulty Tweak on the other channels. And I haven't had the time to really do anything voiceover wise beyond that. Not to mention the lack of equipment to do proper, long edited, time consuming videos. I'm stuck with my phone. This type of editing and asset hunting is way fucking easier when you're on PC. And even then, even though I have a specific designated series that I want to do to finish off, to do my send off from uploading to YouTube anymore, I'm still going to have some exceptions that I'm going to still upload here every now and then. And anything talking about YouTube, I think will still be one of those exceptions. Perhaps even when I stop uploading to YouTube altogether, as far as my regular content, whenever I do talk about YouTube once in a blue moon, I might still upload that video here to YouTube anyways, even if nobody's going to really watch it. Because why not? A video discussing YouTube might as well. Where else wouldn't I put it? But beyond that, when that point eventually comes, that may be the only exception. Do I really expect anybody to care? No, but that's just the general plans I have when it comes to what I'm going to continue to upload to YouTube and, my process of eventually stopping. When I can eventually get to that. Because, every time I make plans, I can never stick to them because some shit always happens behind the scenes. That's why I would never promise anything on this channel. Because I'm not going to make a promise I cannot keep. Even if it's to nobody in particular but myself, I'm not going to make a promise that I can't keep because there will be disappointment about that every single time. Anyways, that's about it for today. Yeah, I'm disappointed, but I'm not surprised. I knew something was up with the notifications for the longest, and it feels cathartic to know that YouTube finally admitted to it. But I still feel like they're doing more behind the scenes that they're not telling us. Because again, it's not just the notifications, but subscriptions are on some straight up bullshit too. Now for everybody across the board, creator and viewer, it's very inconsistent. But now we see that they're most likely doing that part on purpose as well. And I wish I could offer a solution, but what am I going to tell you people? Go try a different platform? Many of you out there either don't want to do that, or you're already doing it, but it's not enough to make a difference because we need it to be in numbers. When it comes to any protest or backing away from YouTube, oops, almost knocked my mic, that has to be done in abundance. Just one or two people giving up on YouTube, creator, viewer, otherwise is not enough. Otherwise, my only solution to viewers and content creators alike is post to another platform that's very consistent with your notifications. To viewers, watch them there. You still want to watch them here? Cool, nothing wrong with that. But if you want a place that's consistent, go somewhere the fuck else. Because it's not here. Really, that's about it. Either go somewhere else or deal with it. Because let's be honest, the overall user base of YouTube is not going to put its fucking foot down. You have some viewers and creators here and there that will. But the majority overall will not. They will not care. They'll deal with it. They'll bend over backwards and take it in behind with no Vaseline. Yes, thank you, sir. May I have another? Yes, thank you, sir. May I have another? That's the fucking problem with y'all out there, man, with some of y'all, with this general user base. Some of y'all say you don't like getting fucked over backwards, but you keep bending over. How are you going to sit there and say with a straight face you don't like it in the brown eye, but you're the one spreading your fucking cheeks? That's it. That's all I have to say. I wish more people would talk about it and be annoyed by this, but nobody's going to do anything about it. This is mostly going to go under the radar, especially if YouTube is suppressing this type of information. Anyways, thoughts and opinions, let me know in the comment section down below. Leave a like if you've enjoyed, and if this was in any way, form, or fashion informal. If not, leave a dislike in a comment telling me... I apologize for my slurring and stuttering. Please leave a comment telling me why. If not, leave a like or a dislike. Because any and all interaction is good interaction for my channel and the algorithm. And any and all criticism can help me get better. And of course, if you did enjoy, subscribe to add a little dose of chaos in your life. If not, please do leave your dislikes, because they do matter. HK out and have a good one.